think so.
Prepare for battle.
A disappointment.
They probably shouldn't, John. I mean, it's, you know, there's a pandemic going on. Everyone calm down. Let's... All right. Can we come? Cuckoo was lying, John. Bot lane, they do get a nice toss back onto the Wind Ranger Gabby. This is not the start he wanted. Ahmed will take the kill in very, very slow motion. Just, you know, imitating one of his favorite movies. He was in the Matrix for a second there, John. Don't mind him. Ahmed will be fine. Gets himself first blood gold, and if I've learned anything from my SCA pubs, John, when you do feed the enemy mid first blood, your mid laner will never forget it. He will remind you for the whole game that he lost his mid lane because you fed first blood over.
The battle begins.
There's your Okada, Gabby. Enjoy.
I think not.
Oh, it's hellish playing up against the Mirana when you're Enchantress. Let me tell you, John, it is not fun. And, you know, Tim's, he's a man that doesn't miss arrows. So, Polison has to tank the arrow. He's going to go for some mana drain on Tim's. You do drain 100 mana per attempt with that creep, but Tim's won't mind too much. He'll rotate over to the mid lane, where we do see Arbed up against Armel. Armel already having to strength morph quite a bit, as Arbed has been very aggressive. Tim's, he won't quite come for the rotation yet into the mid lane, as Arbed probably will expect it, and he does have a nice Observer Ward watching his back, just in case Tim's does come for an arrow. Which leads us to our last lane, John, the bot lane. You'll see Febby there, along with Gabby on the Wind Ranger. Of course, Arfu is there on the Tiny once again, and you do have Ice this time around on the Viper. It's a very kind of annoying lane for TnC to be up against. So that Viper lane is never very fun.
Behold my searing caves.
Lane Armel playing with fire. Arbed gonna have a go at him, but not really gonna lead to too much, I think. They're just trading harass. Down to the bot lane. Febby is dropping very low, but Gabby able to pick up the kill onto Arfu before they get the kill onto Febby. And now Gabby wants to have a chase onto Ice. Ice should just drop here, as Gabby does have a power shot coming up, and he will be able to get it. Nice juke attempt out, but Gabby definitely had that kill in the bag, and he's going to be very happy about that on the Wind Ranger.
Prepare for a lesson.
TnC. He's been caught out. Nice control out from Polison and Arbet. They do get themselves another kill going. Armel going to be very upset about this, John. Arbet being not necessarily finding another kill, but he gets an assist gold, so he's going to be pretty happy.
Even a master falters.
Armel is, he's 0-0-0 right now. He's not too happy with seeing his teammates die around this Ember. As they are going to run into each other once again, but the waveform does not do anything as Arbet, very quick fingers there with the Flame Guard. He's going to be able to block out a lot of that damage. And all the lanes are pretty quiet right now. Like, there's not too much going on. I suppose if you are TnC, though, you're probably happy with quiet. You've got a Morphling, you've got a Wind Ranger. You just want to try and secure some farm before you do get active.
Never let yours arrives.
Oh, Febby. Not a happy duck. Febby will go down, and it's a bit of poisoning there in the pond there for Febby, John. He swallowed the wrong kind of fish, and Ice takes him out. Of course, in the mid lane, Arfu going to make a nice rotation into Armel. Is he going to get anything out of this? No, the Strength Morph is going to be there in time. Had he immediately gotten the Avalanche Toss, he might have been able to get that kill on his own, but he doesn't bother trying, and Armel is going to survive another day. I suppose on the bright side, they do force Febby to rotate on the Elder Titan.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, Armel's getting a lot of damage out from that tier 1 mid tower with this DD rune active, and of course the siege creep there as well. Arbet trying to take down the creep wave. Armel not going to take too much damage here from Arbet. Going to back off to safety. They got so much damage on that tier 1 that you are very, very happy about that if you're TnC. Of course, it just kind of goes back to how lucky you get with these power runes. And of course, Armel did end up getting quite lucky with the DD. Uh-oh. Gabby, get the wind run off in time. You saw the Viper Strike animation was coming out from Ice. Come out in the end. The wind run was there. Scabby with the max wind run is very, very defensive on this Wind Ranger, but again, as a POS 1, you are just trying to farm up. Defensive is sometimes the best kind of offense to have if you are Gabby. Survive another day. Meanwhile, Arbet pulling a creep wave over to the neutral camp, so being very efficient here on this Ember. He is quite, well, not quite behind Armel. He's about 100 gold off in terms of net worth, so you do like to see those little efficiency plays coming out from Arbet to try and catch up. He did try to go for the power rune, but it was picked up by TnC. It was, of course, a haste rune being picked up. However, mid lane, not going to land on Arfu. It's going to be okay.
My thanks.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Not. After he's rotating into the mid lane, but he's going to have to D-ward first. Febby, of course, will be aware with Armel there that there is a tiny around. I'll be a little bit cautious. One toss back on the Elder Titan will probably mean imminent death. Arbet does get a little bit low there, farming the jungle, but he does have a remnant back, so he's just going to go for a quick reset. Mid lane, Ice, he'll just casually drop the Viper Strike onto Armel, just making him feel very uncomfortable on this Morphling. 10-minute power rune, going to be up at the top lane this time, so Arbet does finally get lucky with one. Puts that in the bottle. However, mid lane, shackle out from Gabby. It's going to kill off Ice. Tim's the one to take the kill there on the Viper. Still Arbet going to come back in now onto Armel. More TP's coming as In Your Dream does join in. Armel is very low on mana. In fact, he has none. And the mana void will come out from In Your Dream. Paulson the one to take that kill as now Arbet. He wants more. He'll go after KB on the Void Spirit. And they will find another kill. A very nice stomp out from Febby. It just doesn't mean anything though. He's already lost 2 heroes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's very illegal stuff going on here from Team Dog. Taking
Dire's
everything away from
bottom tower is
TnC.
under attack.
Up at the top lane, there is going to be a nice group up from TnC, and they're going to see if they can go for a cheeky smoke kill. Up towards the north, who are they going to run into? But Ice on the Viper. Ice actually going to go onto KP, but KP is just trying to bait him forward, or maybe he might just drop if he's not careful. KP is going to die. Gabby is going to eventually find the kill onto Ice. Ice still trying to run, but Gabby is going to be able to get the kill. But you did lose KP for the Viper, so it's kind of even. In fact, one would argue that Team Dog still found the better trade because they force out the rotation.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's courier.
Armel, yeah, they know all of them are up the top lane, so Armel is by himself right now, but looks like Arbet, he just wanted that arcane rune bottled up for himself. He was never really going to try and attempt the kill onto Armel, as he doesn't really have the Spirit Vessel up yet. Speaking of that vessel though, it is coming up very, very soon. Now that is going to be a bit of a cause of concern for TnC.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
Gabby's in big trouble. He's been broken by that nether toxin, and he is just ticking out to the poison. Ice able to pick up another kill on this Viper, and Arbet looks like he wasn't quite done, but he's out of there. Rest of TnC grouping up now at the top lane, and looks like they're going to try and set up for this tier 1 top tower. It's just so hard when you're up against the Viper though. Just spam Nether Toxin, destroy a creep wave, hide in the tree line, and rinse and repeat if you are Ice.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
My thanks to thee.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
They wouldn't mind a Gabby kill right now. Johnny's getting very close to the MKB with a great shackles out. Not going to lead to much, just a bit of a flex shackle there from Gabby. Just kind of letting them know that he is ready whenever. KP gonna go for a jump in onto Paulson. Aether Remnant gonna lock on. Avalanche is there, but Paulson is gonna die. A nice quick pick up there from TnC. Shackles out onto Arbed. Are not gonna latch on. In fact, Gabby now gonna be in danger. Arbed just turns back around and takes down the Wind Ranger. And again, it's just a very kind of bad trade here for TnC, is that still just trying to find their footing in this game number 2. Aether Remnant. Arrow, not going to land onto Arfu. In fact, nothing does land apart from that Aether Remnant. Team Dog should be pretty satisfied with that, finding another kill onto the Wind Ranger. And I mean, you look at In Your Dream, John, he's having the freest time of his life.
Radiant's
with that
top
Battle
tower
Fury up.
is under attack.
He is set to start overtaking Armel on the Morph. Uh-oh. Tim's chained up. Arbed perfect with that chain. Tim's still trying to run, but he's out of leap charges. Arbed will probably just try and finish him off, and does. A nice arrow out before he does die, but now KP's in danger. He has no steps left. He's trying to run with the Moonlight Shadow, but that is not going to be enough. Team Dog just completely dominating TnC already in this game number 2. A 2k net worth lead out now for this Dire side. And last game, John, we talked about the game being on Gabby's shoulders. This game around, it might just be on Armel's. Shackles. It's a great setup there from Gabby. Into the stomp, into the chains. Arbed is actually pretty tanky, but he does finally go down. And that'll actually give enough gold to get the MKB, but now Ice actually going back in. Drops the GG tree. That was actually Gabby's GG tree being dropped. Not a very worthwhile trade there for Team Dog. Bit overly excited, I think, going after that Elder Titan. It is just a position 5 after all. KP catching up Paulson on that Enchantress. Paulson is still going to be okay. Arrow not even going to land on the Centaur.
Under attack.
So Paulson able to walk out scot-free. Looks like Arbed's going to come in for a quick bottle recharge onto Paulson.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And everything kind of goes back to just being calm and quiet. You still got these position 1s that just want to farm. But if you're TnC, I mean, it is very scary going into the anti-mage, into the late game, even with your Morphling.
Vanish.
Gabby, Jackal is nice. He came out of the invis there, going onto the Viper, and they do blow him up. Mel does make a quick rotation in to make sure they secure the kill. And in classic TnC Morphling fashion, they are rushing the Aghanim Scepter. And I forgot about that, John. Wind Ranger plus Morphling is kind of disgusting. However, mid lane, Paulson is also going to get caught out. TnC finding 2 very important kills for themselves across the map. John, Wind Ranger Morphling.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
AP Mid lane, Avalanche Toss going to be there, and the chains out. However, he does have the Yules, but in your dream, attacks a bit too fast. Tells him he is very disappointed about, well, his death, I suppose, is in your dream. Going to smoke up towards the top lane now with the rest of the team. Tims and Febby going to be around there, and Febby might just be the unfortunate victim here. Your dream does have his smoke broken, but it looks like they didn't actually scout out Febby. Even B is rest of Team Dog have rotated down towards the bot, and they have found Armel. That's a massive target on Armel. He was unable to get the strength morph off in time. Arfu just way too quick on the fingers. That's the biggest kill you could have asked for if you were Team Dog. In fact, they may have found more. Gabby in trouble, and the plate mail out from Arbed, just making him kill himself. Now Ice. Viper Strike's going to be there onto Tims. Chains out again from Arbed, and they're going to find another Febby. Going to go down. Four heroes suddenly gone on the side of TnC, and Team Dog, they just continue to dominate this series.
Gotcha. Radiant are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And don't forget, you can pause the focus fire now with that recent change they made, but it can kind of catch you off guard if you weren't aware that the blade power was there on Arbed. Now that time around, of course, he wasn't, but hopefully in future he won't fall for it again. It's like TnC, they're going to make the rotation up towards the Dire jungle.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Well, even though the patch has come through, the map hasn't changed, so you still play it the exact same way, at least for now.
Dire's top tower.
That means they will occupy the enemy jungle. As the side of Team Dog, they've smoked up into the chains, onto KP. Arrow not going to connect, and Arfu actually mistimes the avalanche, but Arbed is going to keep up the chase. He's waiting on the chains up. Meanwhile, Armel now going to morph into the Ember. Chains is up Arbed. Blade mail popped, however, Armel getting very low is going to be able to waveform away. Nobody dies quite yet. Ice on the chase, however, Gabby trying to get a shackles off. Yeah, the counterspell was there from In Your Dream. That's another thing you have to be careful of as the Wind Ranger. That shackles does take a bit of time to get to the hero model, so you do have plenty of time to get the counterspell off.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Could be worse. Oh, wait, no, I couldn't.
No, you aren't. Trying to desperately find the farm as well. Like, he's up at that top lane, just kind of skipping the creep wave, making it as hard as possible for the top tier 2 tower to go down. It's going to be spotted out, though. In Your Dream does get in, wants to drain the mana of KP. KP, 10 seconds off Astral Step charges being available, but he still has mana to play with. He'll just assimilate and try for the TP, and In Your Dream, where's the micro, sir? He blocked himself in with his own illusion. We'll miss out on the kill onto KP. Not really get in range to get the mana void off. A bit more vision than that. Here we go. Yeah. This is basically Hoodwink, John. You've got 2 Wind Rangers now. So you've effectively brought the new hero into the game now. Look at Armel. Look at him run around the map at just lightning speed. And those Wind Run charges just charged back up way too quick, by the way. In case Ice Frog's listening, you need a bit of a nerf there. Thank you, sir. Bot lane, they have caught out in your dream with the Aether Remnant, but they can't take him out. Meanwhile, nothing else is going on. TnC, they just want to back off. Armel even has the whip on him, so he can increase his movement speed even more just by himself. Just whip yourself. Get yourself into shape. But real good.
Dire's
courier
courier has been killed. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
'Tis mine.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is
Yeah, I
under
mean,
attack.
it's a great trade for them.
Dire's bottom
You take
tower
out the
is
T1
under
tower
attack.
in the dead lane, and we take a
Dire's bottom
Roshan,
tower has
which is
fallen.
not going to be dead quite yet, but it will be very, very soon. And in your dream, ask them a very relevant question. As the Santa hat does go flying across the map, poor Roshan was just trying to have a good time with family and friends, and the hoodlums came around and just beat him up.
Son of a...
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You can run around real quick though, John.
The rune of regeneration.
That's a big
Radiant's
positive, isn't
middle
it?
tower is under attack.
Rune of illusion.
This is literally how tsunamis start, is it not? Just too much wind into water, and I'm sure there's some kind of, there's something with tectonic plates underneath the ocean, blah, blah. Who cares about that? It's a tsunami, John.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We've gone over the pronunciation of tsunami before, Jonathan.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Smoke up here from TnC.
Dire's bottom
TnC's still
tower
trying to
is
go
under
after that
attack.
tier 2 bottom. They are going to be able to get it, or maybe not. They'll be forced to back off as they saw in your dream coming in. A quick Moonlight Shadow out, but Fu is in the backside. Gabby does not land the shackles and forced up. Another shackles comes out. That one will land, and they've got both supports. However, you look at Armel. He is dropping very, very low, trying to run away from the Spirit Vessel, and Arbet just chasing him down. In your dream does get the Mana Void off. They'll get another kill for themselves. Into KP, who's trying to dissimulate himself out of the situation. He's in trouble. He'll try to TP, but the run of Atos is going to be up from Ice. And that's a 13k net worth lead now for Team Dog. It looked like a great start for them with the shackles out from Armel, but it just didn't prove to be enough.
Thank you.
Gabby. He's going to find Polison, but it's not worth it if he costs his own life. Toss back on Polison, so he just gets sacrificed to Gabby, but it won't matter because Gabby is set to fall, and he will. It's a tough game for a Wind Ranger. Like, it's never going to be worth killing off the Pos 5 Enchantress like that for your own life. But if you're Gabby, you've just got to make as much space as possible. And they really need the space, John. I mean, there's an 8k difference between position 1s right now.
rune of invisibility.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Shadows, take us.
KP in a spot of trouble. Light Shadow is going to be there protecting him for now, and he'll just try to step away. And your Dream spotted that out, wants to keep going for the chase, and that Moonlight Shadow has not got that much time left, but B is going to be safe in the tree line. What's the bot lane? Tim's Chains is going to be there from Arbit. He will Guardian Greaves to try and just purge it off and run away, but Paulson is going to keep up the vision. Arbit, he doesn't have any remnants left, so this might be a bit of a harder kill as the arrow even does land. And Tim's will take the bounty rune for himself, and Arbit says, you know what? I can respect that. I'm still taking your life away, but I can respect the play.
It's to riches.
Down towards the south, KP just going to get bursted down. They do at least kill off Paulison. I bet trying to see if he can find a chains on somebody, but he's not going to be able to. You know what I realized, by the way, John? This new tier 3 item, this ceremonial robe, it actually shows the effect, the debuff on your enemies. So if someone's hiding the tree line, and if you're hiding in the trees and you've got this ceremonial robe on and there's an enemy nearby, they know you're there because they can see the debuff.
Radiant are scanning.
Come on now, John. Don't expect too much.
Shadows take us.
They might find Paulison here, but that's not what they want. It looks like they're just going to have to be... just take it. Whatever you can get, just take it and run. Arfu, he wants something of his own, but he's not going to be able to catch anyone out. Everyone from TnC is going to be safe. I say that, Gabby. Oh, your Dream did not see him. He does see Armel, however, and an Abyssal Blade is going to be out. Armel already out of mana, and he is kind of just stuck to try and juke this one out. And yeah, in your Dream, he is disappointed indeed. On the bright side, Armel does have his BKB up. Jackals, Arbit, Cord, Arrow is nice as well, but can they have the damage out in time? Arbit, yeah, they do. They get him down, but now in your Dream comes in onto Gabby. The Yules are going to be out, and your Dream still not getting anyone yet, but he'll go after KP, and poor old KP is just going to die so darn quick to this anti-mage. In fact, he's going for more now. Rod of Atos out from Ice. Avalanche Toss is there from Arfu. They wanted to Fountain Dive him, but they're not going to quite yet. They're going to hold out on that kind of movement. Arrow, oh, very nice arrow out. Is going to land onto Ice, but it's not going to matter. Ice. Going to be tossed away by Arfu and will survive. With that, they are, in fact, in your Dream. Forget the tower. He goes after Tim's now. Tim's is bashed up. He has no way out, and he is just set to die. He'll bite back. But is it going to mean anything? Gabby trying to go onto another target. He caught Arfu, but now in your Dream, jumps back in. Manafoy going to clear out the creep wave as well. That's some efficiency from in your Dream if I've ever seen it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But they do. You go again in your dream, gonna go towards the west. EP's gonna run right past. Oh, maybe not. In your dream does make the jump in. Arfu. The avalanche toss is gonna be able to get the kill, and now Arbit going back in. After the Auto Titan, Arrow is gonna fly through and does stun up Arbit, but it won't matter.
Under attack.
They get the kill anyway thanks to Polison with the impetus shot. And they are looking to try and make a play onto this tier 3 mid tower. But they're probably going to get away with this as well. Shackle,
Radiant's
not going to
middle
land.
tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
They'll just let the racks go down. They don't really have much of a choice here.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
'Tis mine.
Never be cute school given.
Then
Perhaps they will. Find out very, very soon as they do try to go in. KP there with Armel. They found out Ice. He does pop the blade mail, but it is not going to matter. TnC, they get something.
Don't run off.
The Wind Ranger form. Polison going to be spotted out. Chains is there from Arbed. Arrow does also land from Tim's. That'll be a secondary kill out for TnC now. Not too bad of a start of this team fight. Can they go for more? It looks like they're not really too interested. They're gonna just wait it out, get back to D, pushing their own base. What they can get done later on, or they could try to rush the Roshan pit. Looks like they are gonna give a crack. They have Arbed, Aether Remnant gonna catch him out. No, the BKB's there in time, and Gabby is dropping low once again. He BKB's himself up, and now Armel jumping in. Arthur getting low in your dream, actually going down to Tim's on the Mirana, and now maybe they clean up. Arbed trying to remnant back and forward. He does find 2 for his trouble, but how do you get yourself out of this? He has no remnants left. Arthur gonna jump in, but the stop is there from Febby. Arrow connecting again from Tim's. He threads the needle. Armel, well, Febby's gonna go down, but they're going to go after Arfu now. The Aether Remnant is there. Armel should have enough damage output. Arfu somehow still alive, but should go down, and eventually does a double kill out for Armel. Not sure how they found it, but they found themselves a great team fight and I suppose a great bait play out from TnC. Thought about going in, but side's better of it.
I could have hit Roshan with my eyes closed.
Roshan's still dropping low, but they're trying to get some vision on it. See if they can go for a steal. Looks like eventually they do just back off, thinking better of it. And suddenly, TnC have found a way back into this game.
Radiant are scanning.
Successful counterspell creates an illusion attacking the caster. Back into it.
Vent!
See? Game plan is Armel, he's gonna buy out the butterfly now, so definitely getting very, very strong on this more. We haven't actually seen much of the Older Titan morph going on. It's mostly just been the Wind Ranger. Yeah.
Behold, a sudden bird.
Gotcha!
True. Your Dream having a look around, and he is going to find himself at Tim's, but Tim's has leap charges and he's going to be able to leap away. Unfortunately for him, Arbit was just around the corner. Going to go down. The Team Dog, I mean, even with that those last couple, or last team fight that didn't really work out their way, they still just appear very, very strong. Still a 19k net worth lead. They're nowhere near out of this game. It just seems as though they're paying a bit more respect to the lineup of TnC. Absolutely, and in they go. Tier 3 tower going to be under siege. However, towards the north, it looks like Armel has been caught out. Armel, he does wait for, but Arbit does have the chase. He has an Aegis, however. That's one life gone. He'll come back up. Maybe they make a chase onto Arfu.
Is under attack.
Maybe they won't. Jackals are going to fly out, but it's not going to be quite enough.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Back in they go.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Jackals. He kind of returned back the way of Armel, but doesn't latch onto anything anyway. Can't really afford to lose the next team fight here, TnC. But luckily for them, it looks like Team Dog, they're going to wait for another moment. They're not in really too much of a rush here. Looks like they have a lot of faith in their lineup to kind of just be able to outscale TnC. And they definitely have already done so, but I suppose when you are so close to getting a BKB up on in your Dream, you may as well just go pick that up first.
Is under attack.
Run.
The flames.
Armel, oh, the shackle, he shackled himself. Ice is going to be there with Arbit. Going to ram it straight in. It's just so much damage, but Armel going to survive. He eats the cheese. Meanwhile, KB does kill off Ice into Paulson. Paulson getting quite low on the Enchantress, and Arrow does connect, but he's going to be alright for now. They'll go back in onto Armel. They really want that morph down, but he waveforms away. Back on Paulson. They do get the Enchantress down. Now in your Dream in trouble. Arfu jumping back in, but a massive stop there with the Earth Splitter coming in, all onto Arbit. He'll try to Blade Mail back, remedying him back out, but it's not enough. It's very, very short kind of distance here from Arbit, and it looks like he might just die. Meanwhile, Armel, very, very low, but they aren't going to be able to take him out. In your Dream now, forced to blink away, and Gabby jumps back in on the Enchantress, and Paulson is going to die. Even Arfu trying to go for a bit of a sneak play onto Armel, but it is not going to work out. A 4-for-0 trade here, a massive team fight out for TnC. And perhaps Team Dog, they may have waited a bit too long.
Invisibility.
Oh, in your Dream. Oh, he can't afford to die. He's been stopped. The Lincoln's broken. They've got the shackles, and they should have the damage output. Oh, that is a big disappointment out for In Your Dream. Suddenly TnC, They've lowered this net worth lead to 12k for Team Dog, and this game is looking much, much more possible for them as the game goes on.
What did you do?
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Well, they've got a buyback on In Your Dream, but they haven't decided to commit it quite yet.
Dire's middle barracks.
And that's going to be 2 lanes of racks going down. They're going to hold on to that buyback gold.
Has fallen. Dire's top barracks.
TnC, they're going to take full advantage of it though.
Dire's middle barracks.
Meanwhile, Arbed, he buys out a Scythe of Vice now. I believe it is on the courier, and it is coming out. KP going to be running tossed up. Meanwhile, Armel going to be in danger. There's your Scythe of Vice. They even have the shackles up onto her. Is it going to be enough though, Armel? He does go down, and now Arbed rushing for more on the high ground. Does spot out too. They might just have to settle for Febby though. Febby going to be the one in danger. He'll go for the stomp, but the bash is going to come in. Meanwhile, Tims is able to TP out. Looks like everyone else is able to safely get out. Gabby, he is still in the tree line on the east of the map, just trying to hide, but Team Dog don't seem to be aware that he is there. Everything going to be okay for them. I try to force out Armel to buy back though. In danger. He was still sticking around. He is very, very quick with the Ags though. It's very tough to try and keep up with this Wind Ranger, especially when she goes invis every time.
Oh wait, no I couldn't.
And with that, I mean, Armel's about to respawn in 30, so it looks like they're not going to really have the time to get any pressure out onto TnC before Armel is back up. And even the Roshan, it's going to be up in 10 seconds, but that's still going to give time for TnC to try and make a rotation and try to defend that next Roshan.
Shadows take us.
That they are.
Roshan has fallen to the
Immortality!
Santa hat flying in the air. Like Arbed does take the refresh shard for himself, so now you can just kind of refresh your remnants. Even has a refresher orb coming out soon on Arbed, just to really be able to just be impossible to catch. Shackle is out. They caught out Arbed on the Ember. He does get tossed back, but it's not going to be good enough. He has to buy back, and he will.
Double down on sorcery.
KP could be in a spot of trouble. In Your Dream, not going to see him. It is nighttime after all. Not get the vision he needed. In Your Dream, DD Rune's still active for another 10 seconds or so. He'll go after the tier 3 tower, take it out. KP gonna jump in with a nice little silence now. Arrow landing as well. They've caught out the big boy, but Arbed, he's gonna jump in the back and make sure they can't go forward. Earthsplit are gonna be dodged. They got the Hex off onto Febby as well. Febby, he's gonna die. Armel forced to back off through the Viper Strike, but Armel going to be caught out now and should go down to Gabby, but an Avalanche Toss does come out in time. In Your Dream now going to jump in, but Gabby once again avoiding all the hits. Meanwhile, Armel back onto Ice. Is going to morph back into the Wind Ranger and just go for a bit of a run. Shackles won't actually land onto In Your Dream. Lincolns do break. He still has the Aegis. He'll go for the racks. That might just be enough for Team Dog.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under
Arrow,
attack.
not gonna land there from Tim's. In Your Dream, gonna keep going, but KB gonna jump in now with a nice Aether Remnant. Another Shackles, gonna go back the way of Armel. That'll be enough. Up towards the top lane they go.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Or maybe not, back down to the bot lane perhaps, but the Remnant not gonna make it in time from Arbet. Abby is able to just blink away. Abby wants to keep the chase up.
Ruled of invisibility.
Dire's middle tower is
Gonna
under
run
attack.
into Arbet, but Arbet is invis. It's probably not really that advised to go into the Ember by yourself right now. But he's gonna be just fine. TnC, they'll have to accept the fact that they've lost the second lane of barracks.
Bounty.
That's gonna make it a 2 for 2 in terms of barracks, so the map has evened out quite nicely. No outer tower standing either for either team. I wonder who strikes first. That's better. There you go. Oh, I was about to ask, why even MKB? Go all in, you're 51 minutes into the game. Just get the Divine Rapier. In Your Dream, he ends up doing it. He's not wasting his time with that damn MKB purchase. And now it's just a matter of pushing out this top lane and trying to find the space to actually get this Divine working.
Prepare for a lesson. Prepare for a lesson.
Where are you going?
Wallison, we targeted. Double Shackles are out. They do get the Enchantress.
Is that it?
Nice little pick up there from TnC. There is a buyback available on Paulison if he needs it, but he won't. Not quite yet anyway. I say that, but TnC are slowly starting to rotate up towards the top lane.
For that hunt.
There isn't really a Rax there to take, but maybe they could try to invade the base. It looks like they're not really going to bother. Gabby. Shackles not actually going to latch onto the Viper, but Ice is still in trouble. He blade mails up and Paulson is going to buy back. In Your Dream, however, Abyssal is going to be there onto Febby. He needs to be careful with that Divine Rapier, but he does find Febby. Now Arbet going to rush in. He gets Armel on the Morphling, but the BKB is going to be out into the Wind Ranger form. Going to try and run away as they continue the chase. The chains is there. Armel, Lincoln's broken, still moving. In Your Dream, he does get a bash off, and now Armel, big trouble. He'll Manta and just try to wave him away, but In Your Dream, he guts the bash off.
Radiant's
Cancels the
middle tower.
TP of the Morph, and they even found another. It's going to be the big one, or rather the second big one. It's going to be Gabby. Gabby, Flicker not working in his favor, but he could still just kind of run away. He's going to be all right. KB trying to go after Ice. This could work against him. Does dissimulate after the Viper Strike, but In Your Dream is now around, and they have the Abyssal Blade. Aeon Disc going to be procced, but he has no Astral Steps left. Has one back up in a second, but the Avalanche perfectly timed by our foot.
False.
This is that point if you're the side of Team Dog, you start to think about going back to the Radiant base and forcing out the rest of the buybacks here from
Radiant's top
TnC.
tower is under attack.
They will get started on.
Plans are just a
KP's gonna buy back. They want Armel's buyback too.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Gabby, nice shackles out. Looks like he has found Arfu, so the Tiny is going to die, and Armel did buy back. An arrow is going to be there onto Paulison. That's a dieback of the Enchantress. Now KB rushing for more. Arfu, he's going to buy back, but Ice. He's already caught out, and he may as well just already be dead, and he will eventually go down a Febby.
Been killed. Dire's courier has been killed.
Bounty.
Oh, Armel. Lucky he did not get bashed. Arthur. Spotted there by KP. KP just gonna go for the wards instead anyway. Down to the bot lane they go. They'd love that final lane of barracks, and it doesn't really take them too long to get it either. Once they get started. You've also got the buyback on Ice to work towards. But now refresher orb on him, but there goes your tier 3 tower, so In Your Dream gonna jump in, but no lucky bash is coming out. They are still trying to go after Armel. That's the target they want, but Gabby also gonna get jumped on. They'll just bounce back around. Refresh is there on Arbet. However, he's been Mercus fired down. He's still alive, just remnanting around, trying to find the target he wants. There goes KB. In Your Dream now, trying to go after Tim's, unable to catch him out. Instead, maybe go after Febby, but no, he's gonna be fine as well. Gabby gonna jump in on the Wind Ranger. He has that invis, and they are lacking detection on Team Dog. So they can't really take them out because they keep getting this invis through the wind run. Very, very disgusting stuff here from TnC. Are they going to try? Definitely is a nice kind of advantage to have. 4v5. Arrows. Multi-shot. Going to have to be very careful about those. But In Your Dream, he's a man of business. He'll go straight after the racks. Can't forget either, we are 3 minutes away from having those tier 5 items up, and they make the jump into In Your Dream, but he's going to be okay for now. He might need to blink away soon. He does. Arbet going to jump in, trying to find Gabby. Instead, Armel is the target they really want. Oh, the shackles do come out. Gabby being caught out on his own, but again, the invis is going to make it so he does remain alive. Another shackles onto Ice, doesn't land. More shackles coming out, still don't land. They would love to just be able to take that Rax out before KP does come up, but Arfu going to jump in for a nice toss back. He finds Febby. Mana Void will be committed. Febby will buy back immediately. Still Gabby going to get jumped on now. In fact, Armel jumping back in does kill off Ice. That was Tim's actually getting the kill. Gabby still okay in the back lines as In Your Dream was chasing. Meanwhile, Armel does kill off Paulison.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are
and so ultimately, it still ends up being a positive team fight for TnC. They do have the buyback on Febby, but they have 2 heroes down without buyback now on Team Dog. However, they get this Roshan, Armel. He's going to get started. That's a Roshan with everything on it. And it looks like they're going to get away with this.
Immortality.
Uh-oh. I mean, they have the Divine Rapier. It's not going to take very long. In Your Dream, can you get it done? He shows himself now. Arfu going to jump in. T4 tower is getting pretty low, but it's nowhere near fast enough, and poor Arfu, he got baited into this. It's like, wait a minute, I can't blink away like that. Who's gonna save me? That's a dieback, by the way, on Arfu. Yeah, I can't blame them for this. They take these Raxes very, very quick. And that's Mega Creeps up now, TnC. Making the comeback happen thus far. It's still anyone's game to take, but TnC certainly have a bit of an advantage going for themselves now. Do they go for the jugular yet? It doesn't look like it. They're just gonna take their time because there's tier 5 items. There's a ballista out. I think Gabby might be taking that, and he does. So you can't really ever kill Gabby now because you just get knocked back all the time. KP gonna jump in onto Ice in your dream, gonna reflect the shackle. Hex out, they've caught out the Void Spirit, but he does get 4-staffed away. Shackle is out, Gabby. He caught 2 of them in your dreams in there. Didn't they take him out in time? Not quite. The AM's going to be fine, or maybe not. The silences are there in your dream. Just getting knocked back. He's going to go down. The Divine on the deck, Armel, will be the one to take it. And now it's their game to win. Rather lose if they did end up throwing this away. But I can't imagine it happening. Paulson getting it blown up, a triple kill out for Armel. Arfu trying to jump in your dream will do the same, but where's your damage output? It's probably not going to be there. Arbit will try. The Ancient exposed. Armel might just ignore everyone and go for it, or maybe he'll go after Arbit first. That Ember is dropping low. He'll just call the GG before he dies. In your dream dies anyway, and Armel, he'll finish it off with a rampage.